the staff after everybody has
Yeah.
left.
All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So welcome to those of you who are here. My name is Alex Smith. I am the high school band director. We've got a bunch of the staff folks in here as well. Miss Jockum, the Gordons, Sarah, and Minnick are all staff members with the marching band program. You should be able to see I'm sharing a screen up here that's got some simple information. I'm going to go through that information really quickly. And then it's question and answer time, and I'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions. So especially for those of you who are new to the possibility of marching band. There's Lindy. Hey, Lindy. So especially for those of you who are new to the what marching band exactly is, I'll be happy to answer all your questions about those things. All right. So first off, what is marching band? Marching band is one of the very largest extracurricular activities in all of what is currently West Clark, soon to be, I guess, the Silver Creek school district, I guess. Oh, somebody is calling me. My apologies. Nope, that's my sister. Not right now. And it is a huge student organization. Last year we had about 90 members. This year we're still waiting to get all the numbers in, but we're already on our way to getting pretty close to that. It is a student activity. It is sort of a combination between athletics and a performing art thing. It is an entirely extracurricular activity. It all takes place after school. We do not do any rehearsing during any of the band classes. And the reason for that is pretty simple. We have a lot of kids who are not in band classes, either because they're guard kids or they cannot take band for whatever scheduling reason. So marching band is an entirely extracurricular activity that is connected to the band program, but is an extracurricular. The way to think about this is as gym class and football. You know, you can be in gym class and not be in football, and you can play football but not be in a gym class, and the two things aren't really fully connected. And that's pretty similar to how marching band is related to band itself. It's a little bit closer, obviously, but you know, they are independent of each other. So kids can be in band class in the high school without being in marching band, and vice versa. But the marching band this year is going to be mostly a show band, and I'll explain what that means in a little bit. But we're going to do a lot of football game performances. We're also going to do a volleyball game and a soccer game. We might do a couple of parades, and we will do a couple of marching band contests. But they'll be fairly local contests. That is different from what our normal plan is, and that's different because of all of the uncertainty surrounding this year, especially with the virus and with the school district changing. There's a lot of uncertainty, and in order to try to accommodate as many students as possible and as best as possible guarantee the existence of the marching band, we're kind of changing formats for this year. So the next question that everybody asks is, what about dates and times? Floyd's Knobs Christian Church, okay. Welcome to Floyd's Knobs Christian Church. So band camp is like a summer practice, essentially, for those students who are going to be involved in the marching band program. And usually it's a 2-week thing, but this year we're going to do a single week, and that runs from the week of July 20th to the Friday, July 24th. So it's Monday through Friday, every day, 8 to 4, and that's hosted at Silver Creek. We do provide lunch for the students, and that's the time that we have all of our staff available, and we'll get kids out on the parking lot and learning the show, learning the music, and doing all that kind of practice stuff. The cost for marching band for the entire season this year is half of what it normally is, $150 per student. Why did we half the marching band fees? Well, because we know that there's a lot of financial hardship in the district. Lots of people are business owners or are maybe furloughed or have some other issues that are going on. And we don't want to exclude students from being a part of the marching band because of anything financial. We can't make it zero because we receive zero funding from West Clark as it is now, and we will also receive zero funding next year from the Silver Creek School District if they come into existence. But we also missed out on a lot of the fundraising opportunities that we would have had at the end of this year in order to kind of boost up our budget. So we really are coming into this with basically no money, and we want to try to still have a show and still have a marching band program, but we aren't trying to charge people as much as normal. So because of that, that's why we're only doing 2 real contests, and those are going to be 2 of our closer contests, one at Salem and one at Floyd Central, because we still have to pay for all of the transportation for the marching band as well. So Practices this year, there's still some uncertainty about this, but the plan as it currently stands is to do Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5, and that's starting on July the 28th. So we would run those. Basically, they would start after school, and we would do those for the duration of the season. Excuse me. So we talked about lower school fees. We talked about school district uncertainties. So obviously, there now is some trickling information coming out from the school district about the plans for next year. They've mentioned that they are planning on doing a hybrid program, but they have not defined what a hybrid program is exactly. So we know that there are some things moving at the district level for what the plans are for next year, but they are not releasing any specifics. Yes, Ms. Jocko.
Can I jump in real quick?
Of course.
Just to clarify that too for the students and those people listening, the memo that teachers received when talking about a possible hybrid program was talking about they're making plans for what that would look like if we were to need to use it. They're not planning on actually doing that. They're just making plans on what a hybrid program would be if we were to need to do something different. Because in school is in school, online is online, hybrid is what is that? So they're trying to work through that at this point in time. But exactly what that means, we have zero details and zero knowledge of what that means and how that affects anything. But just to clarify that they're not necessarily planning on doing the hybrid scheduling. It's just they're working on planning on what that would look like if we needed to. So just jumping in.
Yep. So obviously with all that uncertainty, that kind of changes exactly how we need to plan for the future. But the biggest part of this is that we want to try to have, we very much want the students to return to something like normal. And for a lot of our kids who are involved in marching band already, marching band is a big part of their normalcy. And we want to try to make sure that they have as much of that experience as possible and keep that that sense of normalcy as strong as possible. Additionally, so some other stuff about ISMA. ISMA is the organizing body for all of music stuff in Indiana, and it is very much still up in the air what they're planning on doing. And if you have questions about that, staff, we can talk about that if you want to later. Hi, Paula. And then the show. So as I mentioned before, the show this year is going to be, hi, Charles. The show this year is going to mostly be a kind of a show band kind of thing. We're expecting that it's going to be a lot more of a fun sort of thing that's going to appeal a lot more to the community, to students, and to our students performing it as well. So the goal is to try to get a lot of students very excited about the show itself, and because of that, the students are kind of helping us design the show this year. So I don't have 100% knowledge about what we're going to do yet, even though some of the things that I've seen post up there are already pretty awesome. So we might, we're going to be doing kind of more pop music this year, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun for the kids. So at this point, I think the best thing to do is to answer questions for those of you who are new. So new parents, new students, what kinds of questions do you have, and what can I answer? What kind of information can I give you? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask away. Does anyone need help knowing how to unmute themselves?
I got a question.
Yeah,
also,
Mike.
Sorry I'm
up?
late.
It's okay. What's up?
Also, so are we going to be using the style we used last year, or is everything I had to forget coming back?
You mean the marching style from last year?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll use the same marching style.
Yay! I don't have to learn a completely new style.
Well, you do. You're going to have to learn how to chair step, buddy. Everybody else is going to use the same thing.
Oh.
When I say Big Ten, I mean it. But just for you. Other questions from new folks? Okay. So I will say that if you are interested in joining marching band, actually the decision for this, yeah, you can use the chat down there. Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. The decision for doing marching band, that form is due tomorrow. The form is available on the band website, which is scband.net. scband.net is where we keep all of the information about everything forever, and you can find a link to the sign up for the marching band program right on the front page of the marching band for now. That will be coming down soon because the marching band decision is due, like I said, tomorrow. scband.net. Okay, general questions about marching band or the program or anything else?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yes, it's an idiophone. An idiophone is defined as any instrument that makes vibration by itself vibrating.
So you were talking about how students are going to help make the show and the whole like sheet that you put in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say we choose one person's suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Would we use all three of their songs and then their title, or say we find a song that's even better to like fit the show? Would we include it in and take the other one out?
The answer is we're going to choose what is best for the program.
All right.
What is best for the kids. So I don't know. We'll have to have a conversation probably here in a week or so. The staff will have a conversation and look at the things that they've suggested and kind of go from there. But
Not Old Town Road.
No. However, more than a few people have suggested Britney Spears' Toxic, which happens to be a favorite song of mine. Anyway, but we'll see about that. Next. What other questions can I answer yours? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, a lot of people are going to start leaving the conversation.
I guess, should we mention that does include some Saturdays if we have contests and such? Because right now it looks like the schedule is just a Tuesday, Thursday gig. So we don't know those dates yet probably, but we should probably explain that.
That's a great call. Thank you. Yes, there will be some Saturday contests and some Saturday events that happen. And so like Sellersburg Celebrates is on a Saturday. If we do Harvest Homecoming, that's on a Thursday? Or is that on a Saturday? Saturday. Okay. I'm glad I can lip read. And then the Salem and Floyd Central contests are on Saturday as well. So yes, there will be other things besides just the Tuesday, Thursday thing. And generally speaking, by now I would have a full, complete schedule up on the band website with the calendar and everything else. But obviously, for reasons that should be pretty obvious, I have none of that because nobody has released any of those dates. And if they have released them, I don't trust them, and I don't really want to make a bunch of schedule stuff and then have to change it later. So
and along with that, usually football games are on Fridays, so on and so forth.
The football schedule is not completed yet, and it should be done here soon. They are running against the same issues. Their athletic director is running up against the exact same issues that we are in terms of uncertainty and all of that. So he is supposed to have those dates to me soon, but they're not available yet. But as soon as they are, they'll be up on the band Facebook page and on the band calendar on the band website. Other questions? Okay.
Are we stuck to Tuesday, Thursday, or will different sections have the ability to decide they want to do a section?
That's a good question, and I don't really know how that's going to interact yet. Again, the rehearsal schedule, there's a lot of things about that rehearsal schedule that could change. And I want to stick to basically what it is right now for right now. And if we need to adapt or add or something else in the future, we can look at that. But for right now, I want to stick to Tuesday, Thursday, 3 to 5 as it is. And if that doesn't work, then we can make adjustments. But for now, that's what I want to stick to. Okay. If no one else has any questions, then you guys are free to go. This video, I'm going to make this into a little video that I'll put up on the band Facebook page for those who are unable to attend this. But please don't be shy. If you have any other questions, I would love to answer them. But if you don't have... Oh.
So I missed most of what was going on. That says ISMA down there. So does that mean we're going to attempt regionals again?
No, we are not going to do ISMA this year. And we're not even sure if ISMA is going to do ISMA this year. So that's still a question that has not been answered fully yet. Thanks, Micah. Okay, if no one else has any questions, then you guys are free to go. Staff, we can stick around and talk about things for a second. But everybody else, you're free to go, and thank you for coming. And if you have any other questions, feel free to email me. And my email address, by the way, is asmith@westclarkschools.com. And
I just remembered something important that I probably should ask for my parents. Okay, so it says total cost, but that does not at all say when the costs are due and what the amounts are.
Right. So $150 is the total cost. It's broken up into 3 chunks of 50. The first deposit will be due the first day of band camp.
Oh, okay.
And we're not going to have anything else before then, because trying to get a check into the school right now, and especially since I can't guarantee that I can be at the school, is very challenging. So don't worry about that until then. Good question, Micah. Okay. Thanks for coming, and I hope to see you guys soon. July 20th is first day of camp. Okay. So staff folks, so good luck to